Good afternoon, everybody. I'm excited to come to you guys today and talk a little bit about goal setting and calculating our GPAs and seeing where we are at the end of the first 3 week cycles. It's when I'm recording this is Sunday night. I'm at my house here. Notice I don't have on a shirt and tie. I've got on a Fulton baseball hat and an old ratty T-shirt because this is kind of my lounge around gear. When I come to work, I put on my professional attire, my shirt and tie, my fancy pants, my good shoes. Just like you guys come to school with your professional attire on, and that's all part of creating that mindset of we're coming for a purpose, we're coming with intentionality, and we're coming to get better every day. So this session today, we're talking to you guys about reflecting on your grades at this point and seeing where you are and seeing how that measures up to where you want to be. Our goal for each and every one of you guys is to get a little bit better every day. And it's hard to get better every day unless you're measuring where you're at. You got to take time to reflect and kind of see where you are and what you need to do to get better. So the sheet you have there from your teacher is our semester one grades and goals sheet. What you're going to do is you're going to pull up, you're going to get on your Chromebook and you're going to pull up your Aspen and look at all your grades you have in each of your classes. You can look at your tardies and you're going to look at your absences, and then we're going to calculate GPA, and then kind of set a goal for the next grading period. What happens usually is folks start off with a bang. Grades are pretty high early on, and then we kind of go down, 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 and then jump back up at the end. We're trying to avoid that. We want to start high and stay high with our academic achievement, and part of that process is we're going to do this every 3 weeks across the school when we have advisories on the Monday following the end of a grading period. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to pull up your Aspen and write down each of your classes here under course name. In this column here, you may have 4 classes, you may have 5 classes. Some of y'all may have even more than that, depending on how many skinnies you have. So hopefully you guys can fit them all in there. You should all be okay. They were 5 classes. Record the grade here, and so let's say if you are taking algebra 1 and your grade is a B right there, you'd record that, and then how many absences you have, and then how many tardies you have there. It's that simple. Your teacher will show you exactly how to pull that up there. And we want to look at 3 things: grades, absences, and tardies. One thing is there's a direct correlation to how you do academically and how often you're absent from school. The more you're out of school, the harder it is to do well. You can't be successful without showing up. 90% of being successful is just showing up. So show up every day, show up on time, and we've got a attendance incentive that we have going on every 3 weeks. We do this. If you have, there's 15 days in a 3 week cycle, and so we're asking to have 13 perfect days in order to gain the attendance incentive. We're going to do that on Friday. This grading period, at the end of the week. Your teacher will tell you on Thursday whether or not you qualify for it. You should know whether or not you qualify by looking at your absences and tardies. If you have more than 2 absences and tardies combined, you're probably not gonna to get that. But you should know where you are. One thing we heard back when we talked with kids around family breakfast was kids didn't know where they were throughout the process for these 3 weeks. You're always able to check where you are with that through Aspen, and again, you'll learn how to do that today. So you'll be notified on Thursday. You'll get your wristband on Friday. So if you get told on Thursday you've earned that, you'll get your wristband on Friday, so you can plan ahead to bring that. If you don't get told you've earned it, you have not earned it. So don't come to school without your professional attire. All right, so you're going to walk through those grades and tardies there, and then you're going to come down here and you're going to calculate your GPA. Okay, some of y'all are very familiar with how to calculate GPA. Some of y'all, this may be your first time doing it, and that's fine. Basically, what you've got to do is you've got to look at how many A's, B's, C's, D's, and F's you've earned through this at this point. GPA stands for grade point average. We're on a 4-point scale, which means you get an A gets you 4 points, B gets you 3 points, a C gets you 2, a D gets you 1, and F gets you 0. You can earn extra points if you take honors classes, and even extra points if you have advanced placement or dual enrollment classes. So an A in a regular class is worth 4 points, and the honors class is worth 4.5, and the AP class is worth 5. So the more honors and AP classes you take over your 4 years, the higher your GPA has the potential to be. So you'll come down here, your course name and your grade, and then put how many points you have, and if it's worth 1 credit or a half a credit. Again, so if you're taking algebra here, and you've got a B is worth 3 points, and that's a full credit class. And then if you've got, let's say you're having U.S. government, I can't spell government, U.S. government, and you've got an A in that class. An A in a government class is a half credit class, so A is worth 2 points there because it's a half credit right there. All right, then I've got, say, biology, and I've got a C there, and that's worth 2 points because it's a 1 credit class. And then I've got PE, where I have an A, that's another 2 because it's a half credit class. And then I have digital arts and design, where I have a B, and that's worth 3 points there because that's a full credit class. Now my points total points divided by number of credits gives me the GPA, and I've got a total of 3 plus 2 is 5, plus 2 is 7, plus 2 is 9, plus is that right? Hang on. Yeah, that's a 12 divided by 1, 1.5, 2, 3 divided by 4 gives me a GPA of 3.0 right there. And that's a pretty good GPA, 3.0. Now, a couple things to keep in mind with your GPA. If you're wanting to go to a four-year university, you want to be somewhere around higher than a 3.0, just in all reality, to ensure you can get accepted to the school you want to get to. If you're looking to go to UT or somewhere like that, you probably want to be around a 3.5. 2.5 is the minimum for it to be eligible for the Project Grad Scholarship. And you also want, the higher your GPA, the better chance you have to get into college, the college of your choice, as well as earning more scholarship dollars. So you always want to have the highest GPA as possible. The good news is about this GPA, you've calculated right here, it's a static number, is that you can change that based on how you finish up. Nothing counts to the end of the 18 weeks. So once you've gone back and calculated your GPA here, we have our 3.0 GPA we just found out there. Then we want to set a goal for our next GPA. Okay, thinking about your grades and your absences and your tardies, what steps can you take to move that GPA up higher? Again, typically we start up pretty good, and then folks start sliding down throughout the semester. We want to think about what can we do in the next 3 weeks to do to get a little bit better, get better every day, and punch that GPA up a little bit higher. What you need to do to bring your grades up? What can you do about your tardies? What can you do about your absences? Is it worth being that a few moments late to class and end up missing the whole class because we're in ISS? It's going to put you behind. We want you to be on top of these things so you can set yourself up for success down the line. The key thing is right now is you're making choices today that are either going to open doors for you or close doors for you. Depending on what grade you're in, you may not have any idea what you want to do down the line, but you want to make sure that you're doing the right things in each moment of each day, not just each day, but in those daily moment by moment decisions that are going to set you up for success down the line. So you have as many open doors as possible when it comes time for graduation. You're looking through the college application process, and you're looking for post-secondary, looking for those dollars around those scholarships. You want to make good decisions early on in the process that gives you the best opportunity possible to compete in a very competitive landscape when it comes to scholarship dollars. I'm going to be quiet now and turn it back over to your teacher so you have enough time to fill out this form. If you have any questions, please work with your teacher. And again, we're going to calculate individual GPAs for the kids, and then we'll also calculate a school-wide GPA. And based on that school-wide GPA, we will set a goal for the next 6 weeks. And if we hit the goal as a school, we'll earn a school-wide dress-down day. So there's 2 ways you can get dress-down days. It's one through the attendance incentive at each 3 weeks. That's something you control by yourself. And then the school-wide dress-down day based around our school-wide GPA. Once we have a chance to calculate the overall school-wide goal, we'll let you know what that is, so we can. And everyone plays a part in that. So one is all on your own, and two adding on to the team. Again, our goal here at Fulton High School is to support you guys and for us to create a mindset that we're going to get a little bit better every day than we were the day before. Thanks, guys, and have a great day.